Hello, my name is Joel. This is my wife, Anna. She's hot. This is my firstborn, Caleb. He's silly. And my sweet baby girl, Ella. We're the Catalans, and together, we believe that dead is dumb, cash is king, and from reading this guy's books, we're determined to one day scream, "We're debt-free!" Follow our debt-free journey as we live like no one else, so later we can live like no one else. Hello. This is my wife. She's hot. This is me. She's laughing. Is this thing on? Oh yeah, it is.
We're tired.
We're tired.
It's like midnight.
We just broke from a really fun time with our friends. We had a game night. It was great, fantastic, a lot of fun, a lot of laughing. We're tired. I know.
A lot of fun, a lot of laughing.
A lot of fun, a lot of laughing. So we have some news for you. No, I'm just kidding. Not one of those. So the other day we had a fight. Yes, we had a fight.
Oh yeah, that was our big thing that I said stay tuned.
Oh yeah, but we didn't even post that video, so
we didn't. We never.
Okay.
This is our first attempt at that.
Anyways, so we didn't have a video about our reaction after our FBU class or before it. That day.
Well, the reason there was no post after the FBU class was because we weren't speaking.
Because we weren't speaking.
Not nicely.
We were upset.
Anyway.
We were not nicely. I was being a jerk. No, so
we were both out.
We were
line.
both.
It wasn't just him.
We had a married moment. So, anyways, that day though we had our first moment really where we were kind of where the finances kind of got to us in a very long time.
Yeah.
And I think, and I'm going to talk to all you men out there, okay? It was completely my fault. As she laughs and rolls her eyes. It was my fault. It was my fault. And
okay,
let me tell
I don't
you.
believe that any fight that any couple has is any one person's fault. It's always both parties' fault.
Okay, both parties' fault.
Okay, so it's not.
However, in this moment, we were discussing money stuff and plans and things like that. And in my mind, sometimes I think my way is the best because I run the numbers and I know I do all the budget stuff. Have become the nerd, and you're pretty easy. She's pretty easy going with everything. She gets it, and she's like, great. We go over it and we talk about it in our budget meetings. But I sometimes have a tendency to speak in tones which implement or imply idiocy.
Oh my God.
I'm horrible.
Thank you.
Sometimes I'm harsh. Sometimes I'm like, no. That's not the way we should think about it. Or no, that's not the way we should think about it. You should think about it like this. But I gotta remember that she's not me. She's not me. And I can't expect her to think like me or to be that passionate about geeking out on the numbers. So, what are you laughing about over there?
Well, I'm passionate about it.
She's passionate about it, but I
don't explain things the same way he does, and if I don't word it the exact way that he's processing it all in his mind, he gets a little bit like
I get kind of nuts. No, actually, and
he just thinks I'm saying something completely different, and I'm like, I'm not.
And I get so heated in the moment. I'm like, no, you can't think about it that way. You gotta think about it like this. So it was the first time, in a really long time.
Yeah. Well, I was hypersensitive to everything you were saying to me too, so I made it a big deal.
We both had part in it. But anyways, this happens. It's a reminder that in finances, it's one of the huge reasons, of separation and divorce. Yeah, the financial stuff. So it's such an even. I think making the effort to work together and to think together about your budget and your finances is so important because it brings your relationship closer. And that moment the other day where we were kind of at each other's throats, I think it's just a constant reminder that we still have to work at this stuff. Like, even though we've been doing well and we're both extremely passionate about getting out of debt, it doesn't mean that we can't keep growing closer to each other, and that I can't be more openly, how do you say, like, have the attitude to learn more about her and how she handles, you know, all of our financial stuff. So, you know, be kind to each other and be on that same page. And you know, it can be so much fun to be together on the same plan, you know, and you just got to work hard and choose to do it. And
I think also one of the key things that, I mean, it's not a Dave Ramsey thing, it's a God thing. Pray together. The couple who stay together pray together, or pray together, stay together. It's midnight. And Dave Ramsey just reiterates that. You know, it's so true, because you will fight, you will be sensitive.
I think on one of his things he said, prayer works.
Yeah, he said, prayer works. But it's so true, and if you're not coming together as a team in prayer before financial talks and after financial talks and stuff, then you're leaving yourself open and susceptible to just
I think
fighting, and I mean, you're open to that anyways, but I think it just...
Finances, and this is, you know, finances, there's something spiritual about finances. Just throwing it out there. So keep that in mind. It's totally spiritual. Money, finances are. So I think if you have that in tune with each other too, and you're on the same page, like, you're set up for success. So that being said, learn to work as a team, okay? And admit when you're wrong. You know you're wrong. Just admit it. Just admit it. You're wrong. Say, I love you. So anyways, that was our little piece of reality this week, and we wanted to share that with you as I pick my nose. I went like this right up to the camera. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it. We're tired. We're gonna go sleep. So anyways, yeah, we're tagging this on to the last video, so.
What?
I don't know.
Don't fight.
Don't fight.
Or know that other people fight, and don't let it tear your marriage apart.
That's true.
That is what needs to happen, because you're two people coming from two different backgrounds, two different ways of spending money, growing up,
culture,
everything. It all bleeds into your marriage, and you just need to have that sensitivity and understand that you're two totally different people, and you just have to work together and communicate, and it's going to happen every time you have a discussion. Those backgrounds are going to come together, and sometimes they'll mesh, and sometimes they will not mesh at all. So you've got to have the sensitivity to say, he's different than I am, she's different than I am, and I need to choose in this moment to try to find the common ground and work together to go forward. So, because it happens in every marriage, and if anybody tells you it's not happening in their marriage, they're obviously not dealing with some things. So, and I don't think anybody's even going to tell you that, because that would just be a bold-faced lie.
Right.
Lies! I tell you lies!
I was going to say something right now.
I'm sorry.
Shoot. We may have said this before.
Don't remind yet.
No. We may have said this before, but you can't do this without your spouse.
Oh.
So if you're trying to get on
Yeah.
a budget and trying to get out of debt, you may have been trying to do it by yourself, and your spouse is not on board.
If you're not on the same page, it could just drive a wedge further in between you.
Completely.
You know?
Completely. So you have to be on the same page and
pause what you're doing financially. It's great, but pause it and make sure you're on the same page with your spouse. First, go and love on each other, and that's what Dave Ramsey says, doesn't he? He says just love each other the best way you can. You know, that's what you need to focus on first. Make sure your love is there and that you're good, and then try to get on the same page in your finances. But make sure that you guys are connecting and stuff first. Because if you're not, and one person is doing this, that is what is going to drive a major wedge into your marriage. So
yeah, you guys have to be on the same page. So work on that. Be on the same page, and then get a game plan together. Sit down, do the budget, talk things through. Know you're going to fight. It's okay. You're going to discuss. You're going to disagree, but grow.
This is a great point.
But grow.
This is a great point. Dave Ramsey, he is a multi-million-dollar man, right? It says, Sharon and I have enough money in our checking account that we don't have to do a budget for a very long time. We do a budget because it keeps us on the same page about where our lives are going. That's huge. I do one just for that reason alone. Not one. I do one just for that reason alone. So just because it keeps them on...
Oh shoot! I'm sorry. I'm not looking at it.
That's funny. Anyway, so he doesn't even need to do a budget. Yeah, he's doing one just to stay on the same page with his wife. So
yeah, super important.
So just think about stuff like that. I mean, if this guy's doing one and he doesn't even need to, like, maybe that's something we should do, you know? So, because obviously our plans aren't working, right? If your plan was working, you probably wouldn't be watching our sad, sorry faces right now.
Alright, folks, we love you. We're tired.
Why don't you do a little dance for him, honey? Or we could just say goodbye. I'm just kidding.
Goodbye.
I'm just kidding. It's just because I want to see the dance all by myself. It's my favorite.